Gals. It's Tuesday, April 14th. I'm going to try to talk a little bit fast here because I only have 15 minutes to do a recording to be able to upload it to YouTube. Otherwise, they cut me off. So I have a lot to say, so I'm going to just get started. So remember to take your breaks and know your schedule and check out our Heathcote e-learning options. Mr. Borgia, you should have received an email about his Google Classroom, and here's his password. I'll keep it on for a few more days. And Dr. Schultz's Google Classroom also has a new assignment, so check that out, and of course the other specials as well. Just a reminder to share your Google Slides every day. I only received 7 yesterday, so I was able to grade the 7 that were sent to me. So it's really important that you're consistent and send that every day. Today we are not Zooming as a whole class. Remember your Zoom schedules in your social studies folder. So today you should be ready for Mr. Borgia at 9:30 for 15 minutes and Ms. Cameron at 10:45 for 15 minutes. The chart is there. You really want to plan out your week ahead of time because this is an earlier Zoom time than our schedule usually is. And for those kids that like to sleep in, you just want to be prepared that you're ready. Happy birthday, Zane. We'll celebrate your birthday on Wednesday at our 11 o'clock Zoom. So come with a joke. We're going to try to have 5 different students share a joke. So be ready with a great joke and we can have some laughs together. Then we'll continue our science work after Zane's birthday, and I will have a small group after that. Remember, if you have any questions today, I'm here, so you could just write in your Padlet and I will help you. Your community service project is due by April 17th. If you're doing that, it should be dropped off at 51 Lawrence Road. And your time capsule is an ongoing, maybe a 3-4 week project. It's up to you, but here is the link for you to do this on your own time. Reading and writing. Our poetry today is about rhyme. So Miss Mangan goes over how to create rhythm using rhyme, and also she talks about rhyme schemes and how to find the pattern. So have fun with that. When you're done, you should write a whole bunch of rhyme and poems. Take a picture of the one that you want on Seesaw. Don't forget to record yourself and use the microphone. Not everyone handed this in yesterday, so I wasn't able to publish your work. So please make sure all your poems are handed in promptly. Again, for your reading, you're reading for 30 minutes. Your poetry at least for 10 minutes. You can decide on your reading life how you're going to choose to read for 30 minutes. Here's another video for Mass and Weight. Today, I really focus on problem solving strategies with word problems. So you do need a paper and pencil today to work along with me with the video. There'll be a lot of pause, practice, and check your work with me. We are focusing on word problems with mass and kilograms. So after you're watching the video game, the video that I made for you, you will complete workbook pages 11 to 12, or I have to fix that. So every word problem, you need to make a bar model, show your work, and include an answer statement to get full credit. Okay, so that's really important, and the video really stresses that as well. Here's your option to copy and paste into your e-learning or your print option. I want to just take a few minutes to talk about those kids that are copying and pasting, how you will show your bar modeling. Okay, so that's the wrong one. So let's look here. Here's the first word problem. When you go to shapes and you grab your rectangle, okay, I'm going to do Command D for duplicate. Yours might be Control D. It's different on each, if it's a Mac or not. So here's my first bar, and it says Janet has a mass of 45 grams. And yes, I am going to do the first one with you, and you're going to get the answers, and that's okay. But I just want to show you how I'm labeling. So now that I know that this is Janet that I made, I'm going to take my text box and I need to label, let's make it smaller, I need to label J. So I know that this is Janet's bar here that I'm representing. Okay, and maybe I need to lift that a little bit to make it nicer. Okay, so we're comparing Janet to her mother. It says she is 22 kilograms lighter than her mother. Remember, she is a pronoun, so I'm going to say Janet is 22 kilograms lighter than her mother. So her bar will be smaller, so I am now going to make her mother's bar bigger. Now, I need to label whose bar is this? Well, I'm just going to put an M for her mother, so I know that that bar represents her mom. Now, it's saying, what is the mass of Janet's mother? Well, I'm going to put a question mark because they don't tell me. And I like to center it so my question mark doesn't get lost there. But what I do know is that she's 22 kilograms lighter than her mom. So I'm going to take a line. I'm going to stretch it out. Oh, that didn't work. Let me grab it. Okay, I'm going to stretch it out to the end to show the difference. I like mine in red and I like it thicker so that it really stands out. Okay, so this is showing me the difference. And now in my text box, I am going to show that this is 22 kilograms. Okay, so when I have my text box here, now let me just make it stretched out. Okay, here I have that the difference is 22 kilograms. So that's how you're going to draw it. It's a little bit extra work if you're not printing it out, but of course if you can't print it out, this is what you will need to do. And then you're going to show your work and write horizontally, and then underneath, please put your answer statement and tell us what Janet's mother's mass is. Okay, so that's the kind of work that I do expect. You only have, I believe, 6 questions, so I do expect thorough, good work, and the video will help you to do that. Okay, so that's for math. In science, we're continuing weather. Yesterday, our Brain Pop video is past due. I only received 6 students who completed all the assignments. So if you feel you did it and I don't have your work, then we need to talk and see what's going on. Maybe you're not going through Heath Code Gateway and using our class code. You can't just go on Brain Pop. You have to go through our class code so I can see that you completed the work. So make sure you follow the directions from yesterday's blog. Also, if you scored a 5 out of 10 or lower on your quiz, please retake it. That's just telling us that you really need to look at it more closely and work on the quiz so that you understand the weather questions better. Mrs. Boyer has a video below to talk about today's work for science. So please watch that first. After you watch it, all of this will make sense to you. So what you will do is, here is your weather forecast lesson, which is right here. She will go over this video, but here is the link to bring you to PebbleGo Next. You can use that, or you can use this link. Now let's say none of them work. Well, you can always troubleshoot. You can always go to the library databases and go to PebbleGo Next, click on Science, then Earth Science, go to the search tab to weather, and click on the forecasting weather article. Hopefully you don't have to do all this. This is just in case this link does not work for you, but we've tried many times and we were pretty sure this link should work for you. Okay, so this is only if you need to troubleshoot. So today's lesson, you will be doing this, which is also in your science folder, and Mrs. Boyer will go over the weather matching game vocabulary cards, so that will make sense to you after you watch it. Here's the link for your Tuesday's local weather. So remember, you can copy and paste this or print it out. And here's your weather matching game that Mrs. Boyer will talk about, and this is also in your science folder. So when you look at the weather game, it basically gives you a vocab word and then the definition. So you can cut them out on the lines, put them on cardstock, on construction paper, and Mrs. Boyer gives you some fun ideas of what you can do with the words and learn the definitions. The weather journal, I want to go over that. Some people handed their work in, and I noticed there were a lot of mistakes with their weather journal. So let me see if I can find mine to show you. Yesterday in Zoom, I did this with you. We talked about the temperatures high and low. The precipitation we want in inches. Some of you made it with the percentage. We want the inches. That was in our lesson. The humidity is fine in percentage. The winds per hour was pretty good. A lot of you skipped the drawing piece. Remember, if you're going to go to image, and then you can go Google search, and then you can find an image, like if I do rain cloud, all right, and then I want to search that, it will give me different rain clouds. I could select it and then put it in my chart if you're copying and pasting. Last, this is the column that most of you did not understand. So the forecast is the weather that was predicted. In order to do that kind of work, you need to go into your science folder and look at your screenshot of the 10-day forecast. Okay, so when I did that with you on the Zoom, this Sunday night, I printed out the 10-day forecast, the weather that was predicted from the meteorologist, and he said it was going to be high 64, low 43. So when I go back into my thing, there it is, high 64, low 43. The actual was 61 for the day. So when we start plotting this, we're going to start talking about if that was a good prediction or not, and we're going to talk about the patterns. Also, the real feel, if you're going to remember you're in today, this is the real feel. The actual temperature when we took it was 58 degrees, and the real feel was 58 degrees. It actually was the same degrees. So we'll be talking about that as well. You're not going to always have that each day that you're recording. So remember to look at these different factors, and the rainfall down here, the precipitation, here's where you're going to find your inches, and that's all under the Today tab. Okay, and that's what we went over yesterday during our Zoom. Okay, so I wanted to clarify some of those because some of you did make some mistakes, so please correct them today and then continue to do your weather journal for Tuesday. Continue your spelling. I'll be looking at those the end of the week. And here's a checklist for you. Don't forget your words the way. Everything's due by Friday. Read for 30 minutes. Write a poem using rhyme and do a bunch of poems actually, but share one of them on Seesaw. Don't forget to record. Your math workbook pages, you have 2, reflex math. And for science, you're going to be going to PebbleGo next article. In the article, Mrs. Boyer will explain just to read the introduction and what is weather. The whole article is really long, so we split it up. And then you can do your weather vocabulary matching game. And last, in your weather journal, fill out for Tuesday. And if you didn't do Monday correctly, please correct it before we meet on Wednesday on Zoom. Okay, I think I got everything in under 15 minutes. So happy birthday, Zane. Enjoy your day. Make a list. See how you're going to plan out your day to complete all of these. So for those who did not do their poem on Seesaw yesterday, please do it. For those who did not do Brain Pop, please do it. Try not to fall behind because then it's going to be harder to catch up. And if you're having any problems, let me know. If you need to Zoom with me tomorrow, just put it on the Padlet and we can schedule a Zoom time if you're really having trouble with anything. Okay, boys and girls, have a great day and have fun with the activities and especially the weather assignments.